On the other side of the studio, someone else who should trademark their name, Emma James. Good to see you. MediaWatch, of course. You've been looking at a more serious topic, the reaction to the US dropping, as they put it, the mother of all bombs on a part of Afghanistan.
Yes, the largest non-nuclear bomb that's ever been dropped, and it's had a suitably seismic impact on social media this evening. In 2 hours alone, there were more than 200,000 tweets on the subject of Afghanistan. The hashtag MOAB, which of course stands for Mother of All Bombs, has been trending too. It also stands for Massive Ordnance Air Blast, which is a more proper way to refer to this particular weapon. Now, if you wonder what it does, Dalia Fahmy, who is a political analyst at the Centre for Global Policy, has detailed exactly what it is capable of doing. It's £21,000 worth of explosives here, and she says it's not just a targeted weapon, it can be used for psychological warfare too, because it's a concussive blast, which means that not only does it obliterate everything around it, for miles around it will cause bleeding ears. Up to 1,000 yards, it obliterates everything. Up to 1.7 miles away, it will still kill people with the shockwave alone, and it's strong enough to blast a tank off of a road. So this really is a huge, huge explosion that we're talking about. As for reactions online, some people really not impressed at all. I've studied the MOAB for years. It's a disgusting device designed to inflict maximum casualties. It's a carpet bomb and should be illegal. Lots of people referring to it as a weapon of mass destruction and wondering just how many children may have been within the blast zone. This Twitter user is clearly a Trump supporter and has a very different view. Thank you for keeping your promises. And has the American flag, hearts and the word Afghanistan. Another Twitter user again saying, finally, the USA is trying to win a war. We have a president with a firm determination to win in Afghanistan. Many, many other Twitter users, though, you're having a very different reaction. As a proud veteran, says Charles Clymer, I kindly request of the media not to use Trump's exploitative military operations for ratings grabs. And a lot of people feel really this is a distraction technique, something that the Trump administration has been accused of many times over. This Twitter user says, turns out the mother of all bombs is what you drop to distract from the mother of all scandals. This Twitter user saying it's stopping people talking about a report in The Guardian about Trump and the Russia connections. This article talks about the fact that British spies found evidence of complicity, contact between Russian intelligence operatives and the Trump campaign team at the back end of 2015, suspicious interactions, they called it, and they passed their concerns on to the United States. Others think it's a simple case of an eye for an eye. This gentleman saying, President Trump did say he's a counterpuncher. One day ISIS killed a US special operative in Afghanistan. A mother of all bombs was dropped on them. And yes, the story 5 days ago, a special operative was killed in Afghanistan in the same area, the Nangarhar province, where we have seen this bomb dropped today. Of course, coming hot on the heels of the Syrian airstrikes and the moves in the Korean peninsula, some people really are very concerned. Others tending to express themselves with a little bit of humour about it. Donald Trump needs to buy a PlayStation. His boredom in the White House will end the world.
An eye for an eye. We all end up blind, don't we, if that goes to its conclusion. On the same topic, similar topic of US military action, Donald Trump's own revelations about Syria really, well, take the cake, literally.
Yes, they do. Donald Trump isn't letting those big life and death decisions get in the way of a good dinner. And lots of people very surprised at his own revelations about how he came to make that decision to take out the airstrikes on Syria whilst indulging in a slice of chocolate cake. Take a look at this.
I was sitting at the table. We had finished dinner. We're now having dessert. And we had the most beautiful piece of chocolate cake that you've ever seen. And President Xi was enjoying it. And I was given the message from the generals that the ships are locked and loaded. What do you do? So what happens is I said, we've just launched 59 missiles heading to Iraq.
Well, you headed to Syria?
Yes, heading toward Syria.
A cake so good it will give you momentary amnesia, it would appear. People have been tweeting images of what we believe the cake looks like, and it has, of course, a Trump brand on it, because at the time that President Trump was dining with the Chinese president,
the cake?
They were, of course, at a Trump property in Florida, Mar-a-Lago. Lots of other reactions online to this one. Trump remembers details of cake he was eating while launching missiles, but not which country he was attacking. This Twitter user clearly felt that that Donald Trump is doing fine. Trump gave the go-ahead to smack Assad during a slice of chocolate cake. Say what you will, but my president has got style. Not a view shared by that many people, it has to be said. Trump described a slice of cake with more passion and precision than he's ever brought to foreign policy. So says John Iadarola. Elsewhere, amazed there hasn't been a press release hawking beautiful Trump brand chocolate cake. Clearly someone not impressed at all with the business acumen of Donald Trump and the way he's using it in the White House. This I particularly like. The cake was so good, I pressed the more cake button and accidentally bombed Iraq, Syria, somewhere, said Mr. Trump. That is the @Trumpton Twitter account, if you wanted to follow them. Another great one, Trump Draws, one of my favourites, has Donald Trump holding up an executive order with a drawing of chocolate cake on it and the word underneath. Looking at some other reactions out there, this one clearly a take on Marie Antoinette. Let them eat the most beautiful chocolate cake you've ever seen. And for the final word on this one, the Huffington Post getting lots of plaudits, really killing it, says Jonathan Chait. I think the pun is intended there. Death by chocolate.
This is all, it's all very funny, but it's hard to laugh because it's such serious stuff, isn't it, at the same time?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Bittersweet indeed. Emma, thank you very much indeed. Emma James with Media Watch. Thank you.